The gang drove their vehicles to the entrance of the wasteland, which was only a few blocks away from Prenict 13. The gang got out of their vehicles with weapons in hand. They also have the Book of the Frontier of the Dead, a spell book that brought the zombies to life, will disintegrate them, and the world will go back to normal. They all stood at the entrance of the wasteland, seeing zombies roam around. "Well, gang, this is it. The wasteland is in front of us," Fred said. "This looks dangerous," Crystal commented. "It sure does," Daphne added. "Well, we'll get out of this alive. Let's first walk into the wasteland and read the book," Dusk said. Then everyone walked towards the wasteland. There were some buildings in ruins, as well as some dead trees and zombies roaming around. Once they had killed a few zombies that crossed their path, they found a spot and read the book. As Thorn was looking through and flipping through the pages of the book, she was trying to find the spell to turn the world back to normal. As she was doing that, zombies soon started to take notice of the gang's presence. Lunar began to snipe down all of the sirens that he could see, so that way they wouldn't alert any more zombies to attack them. It took a little while, but Thorn finally found the spell in the book. "I found it," she said, finding the spell, and it looked like it may work. Once she memorized the spell, she took a deep breath and began to read it. "You found the spell?" Velma asked. "Yes, I did. I hope this spell works," Thorn said, praying that this spell works. "You might want to hurry. These zombies will notice us very soon if it isn't done sooner," Lunar replied, warning Thorn about more zombies that he could see in the wasteland. Thorn had to read the spell as quickly as she could before they became overwhelmed by the zombies. "For those who have started to walk on the earth will perish, all undead will no longer live on the earth. Things will be a way they were, no longer be a world of hell, so return to the dead in peace, you undead monsters." Thorn said the spell, causing a big flash of light to appear around the gang. "I'm confused. Is the spell supposed to do that?" Dusk asked. "I don't understand. This is the right spell for it." I double-checked," Thorn replied. "The zombies are disintegrating. The spell's working," Lunar called. Then Thorn could see all the zombies disappear like dust into the air. As the zombies were disintegrating, even the mutated ones were as well. They were finally able to rest in peace. They were people before the outbreak, so they have a chance to rest in peace. "Like, shield your eyes, gang," Fred said, as everyone shielded their eyes, as a bright flash shone all over Fairview. Like magic, all buildings were restored to how they were before the outbreak. Even the roads were no longer had piles of cars blocking certain intersections. The wastelands even got some dead trees coming back to life with leaves all around and all. The dirt on the ground of the wasteland was now grass, and a dirt path was made. After the magic had done its work, the world was back the way it was. No zombies, no mutated infected, no killing, no fire. Everything was restored to the way it was. The gang even had looked around their surroundings. "Reread it," Scooby said, cheering for the fact that the world was back the way it was. "We sure did, Scoob," Shaggy replied to his best friend. "You did it, Thorn! You saved us all!" Dusk and Luna both said at the same time, giving their leader of the bear band a hug. "We sure did it, girls. That was a wicked cool with that spell I did," Thorn replied. Then she walked up towards Shaggy. "Now that everything's back to normal, are you gonna do more band tours?" Shaggy asked. "Yes, but I promise we'll stick around for as long as we can as a couple, no matter what life gets in our way," Thorn replied. Then she pulled Shaggy over closer to form a kiss. As Luna watched the two kiss, she sighed as she looked at them. Always knew you would stick around no matter what, Luna said, before getting a tap on the shoulder by Lunar. Hey, Luna, I was wondering if we could also, would it be alright if you went out with me? Lunar asked. Well, I never thought of dating a guy while in the band, mainly with tours and that to keep a band girl busy, Luna replied. But since Shaggy and Fawn are going to be a couple and make it work, I can't see why we can't as well, Luna said, kissing Lunar as his dad watched from afar. You all did it, Dog said, surprising everyone with Chief Jackson, Nastia, Dr. Adler, and the commander of Fort Pasture met the gang up and congratulated them on stopping the zombies. Dad, I'm so glad you're all okay, Lunar said. Then he announced that he and Luna were together and have just gotten together as a couple. How's Rose? Velma asked. She's doing fine. She's doing a lot better, Chief Jackson said, as Rose Martin stepped out. Hey, Velma, I'm sorry for snapping at you and your friends back at Prenix 13. I guess I went insane and lost my sanity. I'll be okay, though, Rose said, apologetic. All good, Rose. But where are you going to go now that the outbreak's over? Velma questioned. Don't worry about me. I'll be okay. I'm in my 50s, but I'll manage, Rose said. Are we going to part ways for a while? Daphne asked the Hex girls, although they weren't sure about that, seeing that they have seen the gang on and off on mysteries and etc. I have a better idea. Why don't Lunar, Crystal, Amber, and the Hex girls join us? Fred suggested. Us being part of Mystery Inc.? Crystal and Amber both asked, surprised by Fred's offer. That's too much, Fred. You don't have to, Lunar added. Are you sure about that? Fawn asked. Yeah, like we help each other out. After all, we're all friends, and we all stay together, Fred stated. Well, in that case, we're in, Dusk said, along with Luna, and Fawn nodded. Is that okay, Dad? Lunar asked. If that's what your path is for, you've chosen, Lunar, you may do that. Be sure to come and visit me, and we'll keep in contact, Dog said. Wow, this is a great promotion, Amber said to Scooby, kissing his face. As the gang, along with Lunar, Crystal, Amber, and the Hex girls, all headed back to where they had started before the outbreak at the fair. They did had a concert there. The Hex girls performed very well at the concert, singing their biggest hits of songs that they have sang before. Scooby and the gang have found their true friends to be family to them. As soon as the fair was over, they all left Fairview a few days later. Wherever they go, they will always be together, even on another mystery. With Max, Steve, Laura dead, as well as the cat creatures, no one will ever be able to cause trouble again. That is, until another mystery is waiting to be solved.